brother just got the One Piece card
Ooh.
at the Dodgers.
Oh, the Dodgers one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Is he
like,
keeping it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's keeping it. He's like, we'll see what happens.
We had a lot of people trying to sell those to us
A
today.
lot of people trying to sell it.
Really?
Yeah. Because people get it for free, and then that card sells for like $500, $600.
That's
So.
8.
800?
8.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was pretty excited.
It is a
I
really
would-
nice
He's a huge
card.
fan.
I would also be excited if I went to the game and I got that card.
Yeah.
I'd go crazy.
It's actually a really nice card. It looks really nice. It just.
I do like
They're
the
not-
all blue.
Not sure if it's worth $800.
The all blue.
All blue, like One Piece.
Like One
all blue?
Piece.
Wow, well done.
Look at that. I didn't even mean to do it.
Well, they're all done.
And if you want to move around, you can swivel it as you move and whatnot.
Whatnot.
Okay, do you guys want me to stay in here, or do you want me to give you guys your space? People have different...
It's up to you.
You can stay hang if you
Okay.
want. Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know if you're interested in any of this, but
You're just gonna listen to a lot
I
of
like to learn new stuff. So.
Okay,
card
cool.
talk.
Yeah, sounds good.
what's up, everybody? We are here trading for episode 4,
4.
LA Collecticon recap. It's late,
It's
Sunday,
a little late. It's a little late.
long weekend.
Yeah. Fun day.
We had the show ended at 5 today, and then we had dinner, and now we're here filming this.
Yeah. And it's 11.
11 p.m. But it's
Something.
cool. I just learned my flight got canceled to New York tomorrow,
So he's not going home.
So I guess I'm not going home. There's our trade night tomorrow.
We're staying for trade night.
Yeah,
Which apparently there was another hectic trade night
another hectic trade night
with more cops and more chaos.
more drama. We didn't go to trade night, but
No, sometimes
apparently it was packed and crazy as it usually is.
I miss trade night.
You do love trade night.
I love trade night.
We don't have Ozzy, as you can see.
No
No
hologram.
Ozzy. No hot hands. So nothing crazy pulled this weekend. I guess I pulled some more Marvel stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, consistently pulling the comic book. Which one did you? Shang-Chi is the one.
Shang-Chi, I
Yeah.
played this weekend. Yeah. And so it was just
Wasn't
Johnny and I.
surprised.
This was actually to show that we were the most short-staffed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We had usually we have Ozzy, and then we have some of my friends that come and
some
help
helper.
out, and this time it was just you and me, and it was great.
Yeah, honestly, for what the show was and the energy of it, even though we had 3 tables, 2 people worked. It was enough.
Yeah. We'll talk a bit more about how the show was and what we thought about it. We want to start with a little show and tell action.
Yeah.
Show and tell. I picked up some cool stuff in the show that I'm really excited about. If you guys listened to the last podcast, you know about the Zoroark illustration contest winners that I spoke about last time, because I picked up the first one, my personal first one, which was the Puchigumi magazine winner. And somehow in this show, I picked up 2 more.
It had a lot more brought to you.
I got a few more brought to me that people were asking ridiculous prices from, but I picked up 2. I want to show it to you guys. The first one that I picked up that was crazy, actually. This was a crazy trade that walked up to me at the end of Saturday. Completely unexpected. The end of Saturday. We were literally thinking about packing up, and this thing walked up to me.
Yeah.
And it is the 3rd grade winner card version of it. It's, to me, in terms of the illustration itself, is not my favorite one, but the fact that it's 15 cert, which is really impossible to find, and also the fact that it got walked up to me, which is crazy.
Yeah, awesome.
And I'm trying to assemble the set, so it was an incredible pickup. I got really lucky to be able to pick this up on Saturday at the end of the day. I kind of talked to you guys about it last time, but every one of these cards, there's 100 of them, 100 of each, and it's awarded to the winner of the contest that was ran in Japan for the promotion of the Zoroark movie in 2010. And there was one for each grade: kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. And then there was one for a bunch of Japanese children's magazines: Korokoro Ichiban, Korokoro, Telebi-kun, Puchigumi, and Pokemon Fan, TV Boy, TV Boy. Yeah. So this is 3rd grade. Anyway, it's a super rare card to find, really low pop in a PSA 10 again because kids had these cards. And
Yeah.
the winners of the contest were given 100 cards each, and they were children. So obviously the cards got beat up. So it's very hard to find them in good condition.
And 15 cert's crazy.
15 cert is crazy. And also, again, this is something that, I always, when I talk about something and I say about, I'll put my money where my mouth is, and here we are. Again, an example of that. I think this is still a super, super, super underpriced thing.
Which is crazy.
But given how rare this is,
Yeah.
People are running around trying to chase 200, 300 pop cards. This is real Pokemon rarity.
That pop is 33 or something like that?
And then more importantly, the other one that I picked up is my second favorite one, which is Korokoro Ichiban, which is really, really cool because it has all the legend. It has the dogs in it, and it has Lugia in it. This is, like, the artwork in this is absolutely incredible. And the pop on this is 22. So extremely, extremely low pop, that's extremely crazy. Rare card. Again, like, it should be worth a lot more than what it is. So yeah, I mean, and we got incredibly lucky that we got to pick this up at the show. I've been trying to manifest getting this set, and these things just
come to you.
Come to me.
And is that the one that we saw in Jersey?
Yeah.
That's the kind of one.
It's the exact copy.
Yeah. Which is really cool.
Yeah, in day 0 in Jersey, I was walking around. I saw this card, and I was thinking about getting it, and I eventually ended up chatting the vendor that owned it, and we eventually worked out a deal here in LA.
Cool deal, yeah.
And now it's mine. So cool. So yeah, again, I'm trying to get the whole set together. Yeah. It's I think it's one of the most undervalued things in Pokemon right now. Not a lot of people know about it, so not a lot of people are focusing on it.
Yeah.
It's not something that moves every day or every week, so it's not something that if you're in it for the short term, you can like realize immediate gains or immediate losses.
Yeah, no, it's a hold.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
Great. Honestly, I didn't really have too much pickups. I didn't have a whole lot of buying power this trip specifically, and so I didn't do a whole lot. But what I did traded into special delivery Zard.
Oh yeah, you love that card.
Yeah, it's a cool card. I like the special delivery sets. I honestly don't know much about direction, where they're going, what they're doing. Like I don't know much about it being like a play.
Yeah.
But I like those cards. I love the special delivery Bidoof. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty hilarious.
The special delivery Zard is really cool. But a kid came up and wanted to trade and traded that Ghastly. Is it Crown?
They're like UK promos, the special deliveries.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that. They're cool. I like the way they look. They're fun cards.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have, really, more than anything. The dude next to, I'm back on the shiny Mew. I'm looking for a shiny Mew at a 10.
Yeah.
And the dude next to us picked it up.
Yeah, so that's crazy that the guy next to you picked it up.
I know. I wouldn't have been able to pick it up anyway, even if it came to me. But which is why it probably didn't even come to me.
Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly. The special delivery set's pretty cool. I think there was a point where it was like really moving higher. Mm-hmm. I think we kind of stabilized a little bit, but yeah, it's a I like the artwork of it. It's very nice. Yeah. There was another card that we were talking about that you were talking about, the gem rates, and oh yeah, that's right, the Vaporeon VMAX.
Oh yeah, honestly, those in 10s, I think those are some pretty solid plays right now. The gem rate is relatively low. I think it's like sub 30, maybe it's around 20 something.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess sub 30. Relatively affordable. It's like less than 1,500 maybe.
They're beautiful
it's like 12,
cards
13.
too. The
They're
artwork's
beautiful cards.
Yeah.
And they don't tin very
Vaporeon,
often.
Flareon. It was in terms of like general pickups for the show. It was a bit on the slower side of people walking like really cool things to us, or especially compared to Jersey, compared to Orlando, Chicago. This was probably one of the slowest shows that we've done, and in terms of people walking things up to us. But still, I mean, I picked up 2 contests, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And also in terms of another pickup that I really like is I picked up this really cool serialized Magic card, Overgrown Tomb, from Ravnica Remastered. And again, it's the artwork on this is absolutely beautiful. It's a serialized card, and these Magic sets are really really slept on. And people are still not paying attention to them.
It's crazy.
A lot of them have these serialized, especially these serialized lands and stuff like that are cards that are really useful in gameplay.
Yeah.
And I managed to pick this up at a price where if it was, let's say, a Pokemon equivalent of it, the price would be 10, 20,
So
30x. So, there's still opportunities to pick up things in all these different TCGs that still have, still at a good price point and still have a lot of upside.
Yeah, I was going to say, an ability to pick it up now before the ability isn't there. Like, I think the craziest thing that Pokemon... One of the craziest things that Pokemon has done is open the door for all these other TCGs to be profitable or to gain access to, because now UA is coming in and Union Arena, and Naruto's coming up in like the fall or something, or spring of next year, and there's all these other things. But you're right, like I don't think people are really paying attention to Magic, because what's crazy is that even like not even buying Magic cards, but Magic in general. I don't know if I'm getting to a point where me and the people in my life, we're not like going out as much anymore, and we're turning to like other things, and but like more people in my life are talking about Magic that like have never talked to me about Magic.
I mean, like I think there's a big move towards being able to interact with other humans as opposed to just being on your phones and trying to be in a situation where you're dealing with somebody digitally or over FaceTime and messaging and thing, and there's a push towards being interactive with another human. And I think that that's why games like Mahjong are becoming so popular now. That's what and I think Magic is a big one of those, right? It's a game where Commander's kind of introduced this thing where it's like 4 people playing together, and you get to interact with them. You get to meet up on a Friday night, hang out at your friend's house, and really you don't have you don't even have your phone on you, right?
No,
you're really
focused.
just focusing on playing Magic.
So fun.
And I've introduced you a little bit to Commander, right? You've played Commander at my house a few times, and we have a group of people that play Commander, and you end up leaving the Commander the playing session being like, wow, that was a lot of fun,
so fun, and I want to do it more.
And exactly,
and I want to buy cards,
and you want to build decks, and you want to do things, and I think we're still and this may sound crazy, but in terms of Commander as a game, we're still in a very big infancy of it. I think there's a ton of upside for Commander, a ton of upside for more people joining to play Commander. And don't forget that there is a part of Commander that's very expensive, but there's also a lot of it that's not expensive at all. You can build Commander decks without going crazy on budget, right? Like there's different levels of Commander. And once you get introduced to it and the gameplay of it, especially with Universes Beyond, now you're playing with like a Captain America card or a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle card. People love that, right?
It's so absolutely. It's cool to be able to. I mean, it's the thing we talked about on one of our other pods. It's like now that I'm getting into Magic more, not only is the artwork fun to be like, oh, sick, dude, there's T'Challa on a card or like Deadpool on a card, whatever it is. But now I also can go through and be like, this Galactus card, 1, looks really cool. 2, has a sick use for my deck. Like now I can pop in and do what I need. Yeah,
it's really one of the, and even today we had a couple of our vendor friends, a shout out House of Slabs, John and Preston, awesome guys from day one. Really, we've been connected,
they're awesome.
and they're big supporters of us in our channel.
Thank you for the bulk.
They're awesome people. And they've seen me open a lot of Magic on social media, and they've been trying to want to open Marvel superheroes. And today they literally brought up 2 collector boxes, and they did a rip session with us. And they were like, they legitimately said this was the most fun I've ever had all weekend.
Yep.
And I've been pushing how fun it is to open that set.
It's so fun.
I'm glad that somebody who's not involved in Magic opened it.
Yeah.
And had as much fun as I've been having.
And everybody says the same thing of the artwork is incredible. The artwork's amazing. The artwork's amazing because it is.
Yeah, it really is.
It is the best artwork in a TCG.
Yeah, and don't forget, the Magic commissions a lot of artists that, there's artists that are specific to Magic, but also Wizards has, a staff of artists that work on Pokemon, who work on other TCGs that are really accomplished artists. So they do a really good job at putting these things together.
Isn't that Mewtwo card like the one?
Yeah, Legendary Collection.
Yeah.
So the Mewtwo card in Legendary Collection, Christopher Rush is the artist.
Yeah.
He is the artist for Black Lotus. He's a very famous artist in Magic, and the cool thing is the behind Mewtwo on that card is a forest.
Yeah.
It's the original forest from Alpha, from that Christopher Rush drew for the Magic set.
That is
and
sick.
it's behind Mewtwo.
That's
in
cool.
that card. So it's a really cool fact that I think gives that card so much more. To me, like it's worth so much more. Than, it's already obviously a very expensive card, the Mewtwo from the Legendary Collection, but it gives such a special meaning to that card. Yeah, and also cool. The cool thing about it too is Christopher Rush. He was the first non-Japanese artist to ever draw a Pokemon card, and that was that card.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Such a nice card.
And he only happened to do it because at the time Wizards of the Coast was running Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
And he was a Wizards artist.
Yeah.
So he got asked to commission to draw the Magic card, right? Yeah, so that's cool how they both interact. But we had I think these are like, pretty solid pickups that we had this weekend despite it being a slow show.
I think so too. It was still a fun weekend. It was a
really fun weekend.
It was slow and it was quiet, but it's interesting. I mean, it's, again, people said it a lot. Summer, it's the heat, and I know living in LA, there's a large chunk of LA that doesn't really like start until noon, and so that's kind of how the convention felt too.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about, I guess, a bit about what's going on in terms of what we saw in this show in terms of what the market feels like. I guess we should talk about the fact that it was slow. It was a slow show.
I think it was super slow.
We spoke to, again, like the goal for this podcast for you guys is for you to have like a view of what or how it's like on our end, because you really don't, when you go to these shows, you're never on the vendor side of the equation, so you never really get to see what we experience and what we see, especially since we go to so many shows. We can tell the difference between one week to the next.
Yeah.
And we can really feel the way the market's going. And, we are in the middle of a summer slowdown for sure, especially in Pokemon. Definitely in One Piece.
Definitely in One Piece. One Piece was the biggest.
But Pokemon for sure. So we can see that a lot of people are, there's not a lot of activity going on on the floor today. And we spoke to a lot of other vendors, and they felt exactly the same way. There was just very low energy. I thought there was not. There were not a lot of patrons coming to buy things, and there was also not a lot of patrons coming to sell things that aren't modern cards.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree.
Most of the selling is modern, very modern cards. Mm-hmm. People are really looking to. It was the first time that you could really throw percentages, 80% kind of on the lower end, because we haven't been able to do that in a long time because of the repackers, because of the fact that the market's so hot. And really, you would throw 80% at people, and they were selling cards down to 80%.
There was a guy who was kind of across the way in our block that I was talking to earlier today, and he said a vendor came up to him with a bunch of slabs and asked for 80. He literally was just like, "Can you take 80?" And the guy was like, Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And that it's a combination of like the summer slowdown, first of all, and then also it's a combination of the fact that the repackers aren't really buying right now. So both things combined kind of like created this sense of like very, very slow show, and a slow where like modern was really for sale. You could feel it.
And I think that added with, it's so funny, the excitement for the upcoming 30th.
Yeah.
And what also feels like an impending doom of the upcoming 30th.
That's true. It's true.
Like,
that is true.
We're really excited for the new set, but also it's like,
what happens next?
Is Pokemon over? Yeah, like is it done? Has the bubble popped? Where is it going to go after this? And I think it is going to take a second to be able to readjust and see what is the next move.
I mean, and we have some modern cards in our display. We have the Trikachu in there. We have Destined Rivals Mewtwo.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of modern cards. We have a bunch of modern cards from Ascended, from Destined Rivals, from 151. And the reality is nobody's asking for them.
No.
And we get the opportunity to buy more and more of them at low percentages. Yeah. So there's this concept in markets about like rotation of money, like people rotate money around things, and it's very true in like financial markets. So it's also true here. Like what I think we're seeing is summer slowdown, number one, and two, a big rotation out of modern consolidation into like bigger grails. So people are taking, let's say they have 10 modern slabs. They're taking those 10 slabs and they're either trying to sell them or trade them for like one bigger card.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing is like modern and, you know, that kind of more liquid stuff is really taking a big hit.
Yeah.
And then low pop vintage cards are still going up. Ponchos are still going up.
Yeah.
Right.
Vintage consistently. I said this a couple times this weekend, but like as I was pricing the singles across the board.
Yeah. Good point.
Modern was down. Vintage kept going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is interesting.
And you could see it really in even like the Japanese buybacks for the ponchos. So what Japanese buybacks are is the rate at which companies in Japan buy back Japanese exclusive cards, and it really allows you to kind of figure out where these Japanese exclusives trade in the market, because you have an idea of like, if you were to sell them, you know, in Japan, where could you sell them at? So it kind of establishes like a floor to where the card should be at.
Yeah.
And those have been going up because, you know, again, I think it's part of the consolidation of people trying to sell these modern slabs and then rotate them into like these bigger piece cards. And obviously ponchos are bigger piece cards, despite them not being low pop.
Yeah. No.
They're still like,
which is crazy. You're right. They're not low pop. They're everywhere, but they are still very sought after.
And we had a lot of people come and ask for Mario Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people ask about ponchos.
Yep.
A ton of people were asking about ponchos.
That has stayed true for I think I've been coming to the shows with you since January, maybe? And since January, I mean, you know, small market, but since January, it's July now. Ponchos and Mario Luigi have consistently stayed the same. The people looking for them, people asking about them, people wanting them has continued.
Yeah, and in this show, even though things seem slow, people are still asking for them. Yeah, and a lot of people are asking about the Rayquaza ponchos specifically, I guess, because the new Rayquaza set and everything. So
yeah, the new Rayquaza, which I like the new Rayquaza set.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 on what that thing looks like. Yeah. It looks a little busy, that card.
It is
Might be a hot
busy.
Take, but it looks really busy.
No, I don't think that's a hot take. I think people are pretty split on it.
I feel like most people online are like, "Wow, the card looks so sick," and I'm in my mind, I'm like,
"There's a lot going on."
Yeah, a lot going on. You can barely even see that Rayquaza's in it.
You do kind of have to squint. There is this thing there. It's interesting, the kind of trends that these Pokemon arts get on, and right now it is like, if you look at the Darkrai, the art style is super similar to what that Rayquaza
You're right,
is.
It really is.
It's these like really thin lines that because Darkrai also kind of blends into the background. Same way that this that the Rayquaza does, but
which is completely different from what Ascended did, which is very like I guess the Gengar was a little bit like that.
Yeah, the Gengar was a little bit like that, but that was kind of the only one. Everything else was like really pretty bright and primary colors, and
Pikachu's very clear in that Pikachu card. Yeah. I mean, again, like market rotation is a real thing. You know, in every market that involves money and things where people can allocate money to, the money rotation is a very serious thing. And I think that within Pokemon, that's what's happening. Consolidation into bigger grails. And
not, obviously, not financial advice, officially, but I feel like in a sense, though, like, I mean, it's all a gamble, but like when the modern stuff is going down, there's probably going to be a floor. It could be a good time to buy it. Like if you've been wanting, maybe not even for an investment, if you've been wanting the Pikachu and you don't want to spend $2,000 whatever it is, it's been going down.
Yeah.
So is the Phantasmal Zard. So is like all of that stuff is going down. So at some point it could be a nice thing to be like, you know what, I can afford it now. I'm just gonna snag that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we're not giving anybody financial advice here, but we're all also like, the people wanted the Charizard, the Phantasmal Charizard at $4,000, $5,000, and now that it's low twos, nobody wants it.
I know, which is crazy.
It's like the human nature.
The card art didn't change.
It's always the same thing, right? Yeah. Like people don't want things people don't want things when they're really going down, but they want it when they're going up. So they always talk about momentum and stuff like that. Yeah, FOMO effect. Yeah,
it's crazy. And I want that Mega Dragonite EX so bad, but I got it now in Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, look, I personally, I would start at this point picking stuff up like that, modern, especially because it's a good entry point, and I think that, like you said, there is going to be a floor to these cards, right? At the end of the day, there's still demand for those cards. But the reality of the situation is right now you're at a point where it's not something you're going to make money in a month or something, because you're going to have to hold these cards for a bit.
Yeah, which honestly, in a sense, is a little nice, because it's like there is a large part of this hobby that has people in it that are strictly there to flip it, to showcase money, to show the money they have, and to make all that money. And then there's some people who, like, obviously we'd love to make money, make a profit, but also, like, we both pick up cards all the time. That I'm like, no, I like that card.
Yeah, I mean, that's most of the reason why I pick up cards. It's because I like the actual card. Even like there was a couple cards that I picked up this weekend that I was like, I just like this card.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of them that I was like, wait, I thought this was going to be a lot more money because I like it. And when I saw how cheap it was, I was like, I'll
take it, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's it's been really tough to not be able to be good at what you're doing in this hobby, because everything just goes up.
Yeah.
So even if you're a flipper, you could literally just buy something and next week you could just sell it for a profit. It's been so easy, right? And I think it's going to get a lot tougher. Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to get tougher and tougher to be able to, flip things and try to run a business where you're just buying things blindly, and then next week, wow, look, it's up 10%, 20%, and then you're making money on it consistently. I think it's going to get a lot tougher. You're going to have to focus on things that you're going to have to really think about what cards you're buying and what cards you want to hold. And I think it's been very easy in this run up, and I think now we're at the time where you can start to see that things are getting tougher.
They are.
But
I don't think that means it's over.
No.
I'm not saying that's what you're saying at all. But like, I think I know a lot of what I consume online is that fear or hope sometimes that, like, the bubble's popping, that it's done.
Yeah, I mean, like, look how many times people have said that, and how much the market just keeps going up. And the reality is, like, it's not an IP that's going to go anywhere, and I would be. I still don't think this is a crash. I just think it's just a slowdown.
Yep.
Seasonal.
It's an adjustment.
Seasonal, and then also the hype into the 30th that's getting a little tired, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then, people rotating into other stuff. So, yeah. I mean, so that's what I think is going on at Pokemon. That's what we saw at this show. Even, in terms of the big grails, like, people are asking for stamps, for lower pop cards. We sold a few of them.
Yep.
And it just, like, the demand for those cards were there. You could feel it.
Again, it's that vintage sets. It's the older stuff that people really enjoy, and I mean, I enjoy it too. Some of them are so sick, but
yeah, and like we talk about this a lot in other pods and stuff, but it's the first thing that you're going to sell, and when the market starts going down, isn't the likelihood of if there's a card that has a high population, there's odds that the people who are part of that population are going to sell that card because they need money, because it's a high population.
Yep.
The people who own lower pop cards, they're collectors that have a lot more money, or collectors that have been holding it for a long time and it's in their PC. So the odds of them selling that card is a lot lower.
Yeah.
So that card won't go down as quickly. Like, the delta to the market of that card is much lower than the speed at which a modern card will go down.
Yeah.
Because if there's a pop 20,000 card in modern, and 5 of those people sell, the price will go down.
Yeah,
if it's if there's a card that's 50 pop, and only 3 of those people decide to sell it, the price of that card probably will be much more stable.
Yeah.
So, that's why you can see this bigger move in modern that seems a little scary, because a lot of people who own it, who pulled it, who graded it, are now, like, trying to sell it.
Yeah, because a lot of the pull in grade is to sell it. And now some of that backlog that PSA was in, we're seeing all that hit the market, which was crazy, because the past few shows, and for a while, it has been 15 cert. That's it.
Yeah.
I personally just this weekend started seeing 16 certs.
17 certs.
And then as soon as I saw 16 certs, there was a 17 cert. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What's like shocked. Literally 2 weeks ago it was 15 and now it's 17. But you're seeing that, which I think also has another reason for the dip, is that there was a huge backlog in PSA for all these cards that people were ripping and grading, and now finally people are getting access to it, and so
especially
now,
Ascended.
Exactly, especially Ascended. So now it's being flooded with
and
so much
Phantasmals
Ascended
are too. Yeah.
Yep. And we had people today be like, this was One Piece, and One Piece is another thing we'll talk about. And this guy was like, yeah, I pulled it and sent it to grading when it was at 10K.
Yeah.
But by the time I got it back, it was at 5. And then at that point, everybody else was getting it back, so it was probably going to go even lower. Like, which, so yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece is something else we wanted to talk about because that was really, to be fair, we've started seeing this in a few shows in a row.
It's like the third
but this one was the one that was very obvious to me that One Piece is for sale.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's trying to pick up One Piece cards. People are selling One Piece, big One Piece cards.
So much.
Down 20, down 25%. They're trying to get out of the mangas.
Yeah.
I got walked Gear 2 mangas to me today. I got walked
Boa's a bunch.
Gear 5 manga, the OPO 5 Gear 5 manga. I got walked it 2 or 3 times. People who were willing to take 80% or less than 80%.
Yeah.
Otis Sigs, we got walked at today.
Top 16 Zoro.
Serialized Zoros. Oh my God, top 16 Zoros. We must have
So
gotten
many.
walked 15 top 16 Zoros. Insane amount of them. Yeah. And people wanted to get out. It felt really panicked to the point where I'm a person who usually will pick up some of this stuff at a good percentage, and I was very picky about the stuff that I was picking up because it felt very panicky.
Yeah.
And it felt like something where it's kind of the beginning of people trying to really sell this thing down, because I think, and the difference is in the last couple of shows with One Piece, people were selling it for sure, but they weren't panicking, selling things down really aggressively.
This felt panicky.
We didn't have one person ask to buy any high-end One Piece card.
And then the other thing is people also weren't trying to trade. That people were just selling.
Yeah, and we had people. I had a few people ask me for the first time in a while if I would trade their One Piece into my Pokemon.
Oh, whoa, really?
Yeah. Especially they were asking to trade One Piece Grails for either some of our ponchos or the Festa or some of the lower pop cards that I had, and I just turned it down because that's not something I want to do. Inventory wise, doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah.
Number one, and number two, it's just a bad trade at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah,
and it would have to be at a percentage that I'd be comfortable with, where they probably wouldn't want to do it.
Right, because then, like, if it's most likely they're trying to trade into something in Pokemon, I'm just going to assume that it's more vintage, a lower pop, something.
But that's what they were asking for.
Exactly. So, like, why trade? Why take in depreciating assets for one that just is...
Yeah, actually, somebody even asked about the third grade. They wanted to trade... Yeah, they wanted to trade OPO 5, Gear 5 Luffy.
Yeah.
I think it was an Otis Sig and some other big cards for that. And I mean, obviously for me, it made no sense to do that.
No, because you see those cards all the time.
And this time I saw it was the most I've ever seen One Piece get walked. I mean, it was probably every 5 minutes.
It was insane.
Somebody would walk up a One Piece card and be like, "Hey, I need to sell this. Where do you take it?" And it was the same cards walking around, which means nobody else was buying it.
Yeah, right? Absolutely. And
so,
nobody else was buying the new Dodgers Luffy card.
Right.
No one wanted it.
You know what I was telling Ozzy the other day when we were in New York. I was telling him that the amount of those you see on auction is so scary. It is an insane amount of them. Yeah. And I honestly don't know, because I haven't done the work on it, how much of that population is versus the old Dodgers card.
Sure.
The Dodgers Luffy card.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's higher pop or not, but the amount of these new Dodger Luffys you see out there in the market is crazy.
It's insane, because that feels so much like jumping on the train, trying to flip it. And it's just like, I mean,
the card was free, right? Like,
yeah, it was free. And like, it feels like you're telling me, it feels like in some way I'm being told I should want this card. But I don't.
Well, you are also a Dodgers hater, so.
I don't.
So
I also don't like the Dodgers.
He was refusing to wear an LA Dodgers hat today.
Nuno offered they're really cool hats. Cool Dodgers hats.
I don't know what the guy's company is, but it's really cool.
I'll find it. I'll put it on. Really cool. It's a Dodgers hat. And there's Gengar on it. There's a Koro Mew that's wrapping it. It looks awesome. Truly, it is an amazing hat. And Nuno's like, "Do you want one?" I was like, "No, I'm sorry. It's my pride and my ego. I will not. I refuse."
It's just a good looking hat.
It is. It looks great, but I don't want to wear Dodgers gear.
Yeah. He refused to do it. So he's
I
never.
can't do.
So don't take his advice about the Dodgers because he doesn't care about the Dodgers.
You will take my advice that the MLB needs a shutout because I can't stand the Dodgers.
They should do more. Or they're doing Naruto Yankees.
Yeah, they're doing Yankees. That's cool. I don't like the Yankees either. Yeah, but I like Naruto.
I hear you. Maybe the Kansas City Royals.
I'm a Royals guy. We were a farm team for you.
C listed anime.
Yeah. We literally was like. Well, I'm trying to think, bro. I was gonna say Blue Lock, but I don't like. But people love Blue Lock.
No, don't. But so One Piece, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. Okay, so we got a bunch of comments today about people saying they liked watching us rip on the pod, which was something that we did randomly. We didn't know if you guys liked it or not, but we love to open. We're gonna open what we usually open on the pod, which is Marvel Superheroes. It's a really cool set. See if I can pull something crazy out of there, but and we can go into a quick segment that we do at every pod, and then we'll answer some of your questions that you've asked us, and then we'll wrap up. But I guess the first thing we want to do is we want to do a quick burning bridges or building bridges segment that we do every pod, and then the first. You want to start with building or burning?
Let's do burning.
Burning?
Yeah.
Okay, we started with burning last time.
Yeah, we did, which is why I almost said building.
Okay, burning. I have a story about burning bridges. The story is from one of our very first shows. It's a crazy story, actually. It's I was vending and I had a Psyduck Munch raw card on my vending display that I had bought on Whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was selling, it was on my display, and this guy comes over and asks me a bunch of times about it, and tries to negotiate the price with me a few times. Yeah. And he says he really wants it, like that's the card that he's like really looking for. And he, we end up agreeing to a price, and I end up selling it to him. And about, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe a month later, I get a DM from him, and he's really angry about it. And he's telling me, he's cursing me out on the DM and saying all these crazy things and saying, hey, how dare you sell me a card that was altered or marked with a pen or whatever it's called. I forget what the exact name for it is, but PSA has a wording for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I obviously had no idea, so it's not, So I said, hey, I'm really sorry. I had no idea. I'll refund you your money. Obviously, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And he said, okay, that's great. I didn't expect you to say that. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to run a business. I had no idea.
I'm trying to build a bridge here.
Yeah, I'm trying to build bridges, not burn them. And then he asked me, can I keep the card? And I'm like, yeah, of course you can keep the card. Like, card's altered. Like, what am I going to do with this card? Like, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I mean, like, what can I possibly do with it?
Right.
A few weeks later, I'm following him on Instagram at this time, and he's following me. And a few weeks later, I see him saying that he's going to start vending himself. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize this guy was going to become a vendor. And I see a post from his first show that he's doing, and he's filming this case, and the Psyduck's on there. And I was literally like, what the? I'm literally like, are you kidding me? Like, you piece of... And it is a horrible thing to do.
That's a terrible thing to do.
Because he's probably sold this card to someone else.
Absolutely, yeah. Because, dude, I love this card. It's not the hollow, but it's the one that you.
Oh, it's so good, Pat the Exile.
Yeah, dude. Because you complain, you get your money back, you keep the card, and then you still sell it. Like, you're mad at somebody for selling you an altered card, and then you sell an altered card. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
like insane.
Messed up.
Insane. Anyway, I hope that this is a lesson to, if he's listening to this, don't do it again.
Don't do that. And I hope you're not doing that.
So and it's funny because he's interacted with me a few times after that in local shows, and was trying to do some deals with me, and I was just like pass, because again, like I have no interest in doing business with somebody like that ever again. And it's just not,
Why would you?
It's terrible business.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't do that. Don't try to, like, if you take an L on something or somebody does right by you and fixes an L that you've taken, just try to pass that forward, because that's the way that you should be doing business.
I almost fleeced a child today.
Oh yeah, right. You almost did, but then you caught yourself.
I did. He came up. It was his birthday too. He came up and asked me for, I don't remember. Oh, my Zygarde, and he gave me a Japanese Flareon from Prismatic, and then I don't even know, a Pokemon, a card I hadn't seen before. And I priced them, took them in at a percentage, and then it ended up coming like the Zygarde was 60, the number was like 57 and a half. And I was like, whatever. Yeah, I'll take these two, you take that one. That's great.
Right.
He leaves, and I go to price it, or like put the sticker on, and I realized that I priced the second card as a Japanese card, but it was an English card. And the English card was like over $40.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I just robbed this kid. I got $100 worth of value. He just took my Zygarde. And Officer Chris.
Yeah,
Shout out Officer Chris.
Shout out Officer Chris.
He scanned the crowd. He found him. We ran, grabbed him, brought him back, got the card back, and
you gave him the card back.
Gave him the card back.
Which was very nice. Which is exactly the right thing to do.
Yeah, because I was like, I
know you felt horrible.
Terrible.
I could tell you were literally like petrified.
I felt awful. I was
By the
like,
way,
I can't believe I did
just
that. No, what is it?
Mjolnir.
Oh, dude, that looks so good.
It looks so good.
I got it.
Yeah, but you did the right thing. You were shocked, and you fixed it quickly.
Yeah.
So again, like we say this about every pod, but like the way you run your business, the way you present yourself to everybody, that's how people ask us, how did you grow so quickly? How did everything happen? I mean, we do the right thing. We take losses if needs to be, but we try to keep everybody happy and like actually do the right thing.
I finally got one.
No way.
Ultron, baby!
Nice.
Oh, that's sick.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's like the fourth one.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty cool.
This one you got.
Are
you got
these
this
in
one
every
Vegas.
box? Like
They must be, because there were 3 in the 2 boxes, 3
that
total.
those guys
in the
brought.
two,
Yeah, that House of Slaps brought.
But I don't know, because shout out Easton, I love you, bud. I don't think he's pulled one, and he's ready.
Really?
Yeah, and he's ready to box.
Okay. Then building bridges. We want to. It's going to be a quick one. But I want to say Deli Shop TCG. Our friend Phil, awesome guy. He comes over every show, and he knows how much I love Coke Zeros, and he literally comes and hands me Coke Zeros throughout the show.
That's awesome.
He is an incredible, really kind person. Shout out to him. He also gives me gifts all the time, cards that I know that I care about. He gave my son some gifts in the last show. He gave me a really cool Assassin's Creed Secret Lair because I know I love Magic. It came out of his PC, he said. And, I can't say good and nice enough things about him. And, for me, it's somebody that I want to build a relationship with because of his acts of kindness.
Yeah.
So if it ever comes to a point where we have to do business together or do something, it's something that I will be willing to make something work for both of us because, he's opened doors with me by just being a kind person.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to do this.
No.
He doesn't have to do any of it. Like, it doesn't... He doesn't want to gain anything in return.
That's
He's
what I
just
was
being
gonna
a
say.
kind person.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is he's also just doing it. Like, it doesn't feel like he's not doing it so he can build a bridge. Like, he's doing it because it's who he is, and I think that's just a wonderful thing to recognize.
And that is, you don't have to just be nice to somebody to get something in return. You're doing something just because you're just a nice person, and that you can tell that that's the case.
Yeah. Shout out Taylor. This guy Taylor came by, brought us a bunch of just little slabs to give to kids. Like, it's stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
that was
and
cool.
it's also really fun to have it be, to know that to people we are somebody who's like, oh, who do I give this to? That's gonna give it out. Zizouna.
Yeah. I want to answer questions from you guys, but I want to talk about something real quick. I want to talk about Magic real quick because I know we talked about Commander a bit, and we talked about how underpriced we think Magic is. But I want to say one data point from the show today that I want to touch on is there was barely any collector boxes available today at the entire show.
Yeah.
And usually there's multiple people that have collector boxes on there, and this time there was barely any available. They're making a move higher. They're extremely rare, single printed boxes. They only get printed in one wave.
Yeah,
they never get reprinted. And they're getting rarer and rarer and more expensive. So, I obviously own a lot of Magic, and I'm not saying this because I'm trying to pump my Magic. Really, I'm saying this. If you love Magic and if you love some of these sets that they're putting out, they're incredible. Your opportunity to buy them is getting shorter and shorter by the day.
Yeah.
Because they're getting harder to find and they're getting more and more expensive, and they will only get more expensive. Like Final Fantasy is never going to get any cheaper than this.
Yeah, there's not going to be a reprint. You're right. Like it is.
It's just not going to get cheaper.
No.
Lord of the Rings is not going to get cheaper.
No.
With The Hobbit coming out, the rumors of Zelda being set in Universes Beyond next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to go crazy. Oh my gosh.
These things are only going to go up in price.
That's
so
insane.
You know, just be aware of it. Be aware that if you want to get into it, if you're looking to buy Magic and be involved in a game, I think we have a short opportunity to really until it really makes a big move, and I think we're getting close to that point.
Yeah,
you can tell. We always talk about supply and demand. There's barely any supply of it, and there's a ton of demand for it.
Especially the more re-rip.
Exactly.
There's less on the market.
I might have opened all the superheroes boxes.
Little Esper.
Oh, look at you!
Let's go.
Who needs hot hands?
I know somebody had to take Ozzy's spot.
Okay.
Somebody came by and was like, no hot hands today?
Oh, yeah. Somebody was asking about Ozzy. No hot hands?
Where's hot hands?
Let's do some questions from you guys real quick, and we'll wrap it up. Okay. Let's answer some questions. Notice any difference between card shows in different cities? If so, what and why? I don't really know. I don't think it's... I think there's definitely a very city by city difference. Yeah. Meaning, I think that there's centers in the country where people either have more disposable income, number one, or it's a bigger collector hub.
Yeah.
So I think the city matters a lot.
Yeah.
I do think Collecticon happens to be in cities that are big collector hubs to begin with, and we've only been in really major cities. Mm-hmm. But there's definitely a difference between cities.
There's a huge difference between cities. There's a I mean, again, like
Chicago was amazing, and I think
Chicago's amazing.
The Midwest is a big collecting hub.
Heard Kansas City was awesome.
And LA is a big collecting hub, but we're in the middle of summer, so it was kind of a hard data point.
Working. Jersey was crazy.
Jersey was crazy because the tri-state area is a big collector hub. So yeah, the city definitely matters. The city definitely matters, and we can definitely feel the difference in the city in terms of how people collecting in the cities for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Most successful avenues you've seen for growing a buy-sell trade business without being a vendor? Good question. Look, I think that the most important thing you can do to build a business, if it's buy-sell trade, is to be able to have a source where you can do all those three avenues. Meaning, like, you need to have a way that you can sell things, establish that. eBay, auction houses, Instagram. You need to establish a sales channel. And then you also need to be able to establish a buy channel. Like, where can I source things? Where can I find them? Is it Facebook Marketplace? Is it walking a show? Is it going on eBay and bidding on auctions?
Yeah.
So you need to be able to establish all these in order to be able to establish a successful business and buy sell. So you need to be able to source things at market or under market and being able to sell them at a profit. Yeah. And so you need to be able to establish a margin. So those channels need to be established for you to have a successful business, whether you're a vendor or not. Like, a vendor is just a way for you to do it in a place where you're in a show and you can actually physically do it.
Right.
But
outside of that, that's what you build.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. I mean,
that's absolutely. That's literally all it is what you said. Find a way to distribute. Find a way to buy.
The channel, establishing all the channels is very, very important.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what else. Thoughts on the new OP-17 Pirate Crew manga? I mean, I love it.
It looks
awesome.
Money. It looks so
insane.
good.
It looks so good. The fact that it's Gear 5 and all the Straw Hat.
I know, just all behind him. It's awesome.
Just take it. Take my money.
I know.
It is insane.
I want it so bad.
It is probably like one of the greatest cards I've seen a picture of in my life. I think it's
so funny because beforehand, when they listed what the mangas were, I was like, it's kind of lame. I'm not very excited about it.
Yeah.
But now there's a handful of cards in this set that I'm like, I would pay so much.
Yeah, and I think that hopefully One Piece will pick up going into this, but it looks like this card really changed the game.
It looks awesome.
I was in the last part. I was like, I don't know, because we hadn't been revealed this card yet, and now that I saw it, I'm like,
it's a new rarity. It's a new pull rarity.
Yeah, it's awesome. And
it's
the card's
crazy.
gonna be so freaking expensive. It's insane. It's
like
insane.
Crazy. I will never own it.
This is a good one. If you were a gym leader in Pokemon, what kind of type would you have on your team?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fire starter. Always have fire.
Yeah.
I like my dragons. I guess those two. I don't really know. That's just always what I like lean to when I'm playing anyway.
I am definitely water. I mean, I'm an OG player, so for me, it would be a very simple water. I mean, I like a nice hydro cannon.
Yeah.
Water spout. I like all those attacks.
Yeah.
And Squirtle's my starter, so
Yeah.
like I kind of got to stick to it. Since I was a kid, that's the person that
that's who you are.
That's the first intro I got to Pokemon. This was it. So it's kind of hard for me to break on from that to something else.
Thing. I don't need to know your zodiac sign. Who's your Gen 1 starter?
Yeah, exactly.
Charmander is always my day one.
That's it.
Yeah.
And there are really cool types. The Ghost is cool. I love Ghost.
Ghost is cool.
Ghost. I love Psychic. I like Psychic.
I think it's fun.
Water is just this. I like the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick with it. Why? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
These are all really good questions, by the way.
Yeah, these are fun ones.
Okay, this is a good one. We'll end with this one. Do you think other TCGs have a positive correlation upward to Pokemon / more eyes on a hobby?
Sorry, ask that again. I'm
Do you think other TCGs have a positive correlation to Pokemon / more eyes on a hobby? Meaning, like, is Pokemon facilitating the existence of other TCGs? I think this is what this question means.
I also think that's what that question means, and I'm going to say yeah, which honestly, I also am going to say I kind of said that same thing like 30 minutes ago in the beginning of this pod, that I think because of the success of Pokemon, it's opening up all these other avenues to get other TCGs in, which is awesome.
And, especially like you see like Riftbound and things like that really taking off. And they would not have existed obviously if Magic didn't exist, number one, because that started this whole thing. Yeah. But also if Pokemon hadn't opened the doors to
the market of this,
like collecting and grading cards and grading TCG and trading graded TCG. Yeah. Pokemon really opened the doors for that.
You wouldn't have had somebody coming by looking for like a $4,000 Tanjiro. Like that would not have happened.
I totally agree. I mean, especially for sure in terms of the collecting aspect of it, because people love to grade and collect Pokemon, and Pokemon really opened the door for this. And, even despite all these fluctuations, Pokemon is always going to be the one that's going to be standing there above everyone else. I mean, it established the base for everything. And the only reason these things can exist is because they're all following the exact same script as Pokemon did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great point.
And, even like Bandai, like a lot of the ways they change things, the way they're trying to, a lot of it is like the Pokemon model. Try to make the boxes rare, try to not overprint them. Do exactly what Pokemon does, So I think it's the main reason why other things exist.
Yeah, I agree. So grateful for Pokemon.
Yeah, same.
It's awesome.
And for my water starters. Yeah, so that's it. We had a good show overall. We had a lot of positive feedback from you guys about the podcast, which was cool because we've only started doing this as episode 4. And we had a lot of people that said they listened to it. So thank you guys for listening on your way to work. A lot of on your way to work things. So
which is good to know.
If you're listening to it now on your way to work, I hope you have an amazing work day. But I really appreciate you guys actually taking the time to listen to us babble about Pokemon and TCGs. And we are taking... Like we said last time, we are working on new avenues for this business. We are going to have more ways to put ourselves in front of you guys. We're working on it. It's coming very, very soon. You'll hear all about it. We have a lot of different ideas. We're running it by a few people, but it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think where Zizouna is going to go, what it's going to be, is going to be.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
And we wouldn't be able to do it without all your support and everybody that comes over and says hi to us and ask us to sign binders or take pictures and stuff. Well, I would love doing that stuff, and I love hearing from you guys, and I'm so appreciative of everything you've allowed us to do.
Absolutely. It means the world. Again, we would not be here in a podcast studio doing this.
Exactly. And so next one is Charlotte. So we'll see you guys in Charlotte.